lunch or I pay for lunch for them. It didn't even include any incidentals. Something may happen. I don't know. We get a ticket on the way there. Who knows? Hopefully you're not speeding. But just know that's the profit potential before anything else is taken out. Okay? That's how I do it. I kind of just line everything up, make sure I think ahead. Okay, what may I need? What could possibly happen? What do I need to be prepared for just in case? Okay? So when it comes to cubic yards, if you don't get a roll off, you decide to use a truck, you have to take several truckloads. Just know that your size or your cubic yards for the bed, I have it listed here. And if you do decide to get a cubic, they have 20-foot cubic roll-offs, 30-foot cubic roll-offs, and I believe it's a 15, if I'm not mistaken. But that'll give you just some ideas of what's out there, okay? And you want to make sure you get one big enough, because one thing you do not want to happen is you don't want to get a cubic and then find out it's too small, and you have to have them pick it up and take it back. That will eat your profit up, okay? So make sure you get one well big enough, okay? I mean, you're not your first time, you're going to have to estimate really and just kind of, figure it out. You may not even need a roll-off. I use roll-off as my base when it comes to something like that. That way I know I've charged enough, okay? And if I decide, hey, you know what, I don't want to use a truck, I don't want to use the roll-off, I want to use a truck instead, then I do that. But you always want to cover your costs and think like that. And maybe you do want to get a roll-off. I don't know. And just make it easier on yourself. But you need to think about that. Think about your the job and what's most feasible and most practical too. Alright, so when you're pricing your jobs, like I said, I always make sure I look around when I get all the debris up. I make sure is it clean. I think about, is it safe and is it secure. After I get all the trash out and I look around and I see like conduits sticking out or holes in walls or anything, then I know, ding ding, that's an opportunity for me to bid again. Okay? So if you see anything out of place, anything that's bad in that property, you're already at that property. You can either call them, okay? You can either call them and let them know, hey, this property is like not locked out, and I'm gonna change the lock, so now I need your approval. And you could pick up some more money that way, because they're gonna want the property secured, okay? Or you may be in there and see that it is really bad. It's really, not cleaned very well, and it will need a janitorial cleaning or a deep cleaning. And that may, depending on the square footage, that may be additional money for you also, okay? So you need to make sure you know, if a broom sweep cleaning is included in the debris removal or trash out. And if it is not, then you can charge separately for that. Normally, they want you to get the broom and get the cobwebs, out the ceiling, and just get all the big stuff off the floor. Just make it trash out, get all the trash out. And they may want you to come back and actually clean with water, okay? A janitorial clean, and that's what, like mopping the floors, wiping the countertops off, cleaning toilets, who knows? Sometimes they expect that to be done. So you need to know for yourself what you're working with and what they expect. And if it's too much to do, you tell them, hey, there's no way I can clean this. I gotta charge you guys for that. This place is really bad. Don't be afraid to tell them that you can't do something, especially if it's bad. Now, if it's not that bad, go ahead and just do it, get out the way, because you don't want to become, a problem. But remember, you're the eyes and you're their ears, so they're trusting you, trusting your word, and they're going to see pictures of everything you say. So make sure you are telling them what you actually see. If it's not that bad, or if you need another opinion, get somebody else's opinion. But just make sure you give them what they are expecting, okay? Because what's going to happen is, another company will come behind you and they're going to be like, who is so-and-so preservation company? They don't do a good job. I've seen it so many times. And it's pretty sad. I mean, I think the most thing is maybe they don't understand the expectations. Now, I can understand if the company doesn't really care. They don't want the trash picked up. But if I was told upon entering a property that this property was cleaned already and it was not clean, I am pretty shocked. I'm like, wow. So, well, that's more money for me, I guess. So then we set it up and we clean it. So one person's failure is one person's success as far as, bringing more business to me. But that hurts the industry, because now the company's paying like 2 and 3 times for something that should have been done the first time. Okay? So that hurts the industry. That builds that distrust between the larger companies and the smaller companies. And that just brings the friction for us not to be able to build or to break down the industry. Okay? So make sure you're doing things well, you're doing it right, you're communicating properly. And if you see something out of place, you bid on it and you tell them, hey, I can do it for you, here's my price. Okay? Alright, with that being said, I want you guys to make sure you comment below or email me at info@propertypreservations.net any questions you may have or any clarity that you may need. And for some reason, if you have not gotten your download copy of the Property Preservation ebook, then go ahead and go to my store and get your copy today. And I wish you all the best. I will see you guys in day 7 to help you guys build your business in the property preservation industry. Thank you. See you tomorrow.